Yep. Everything seems to be in order. Yep, everything seems to be in working order.
Yay!
Now we're in the pre-stream mode, so I have to wait for it to press the advertisement button, because the advertisement button is the advertisement button.
Woohoo!
If I do it too early, it doesn't count. I hate that so much. You have to press it when it says an ad's about to start. Or else it goes, yeah, you pressed it, but it doesn't count because it was too soon. What's up, Cat? Could you get off my fucking mouse mat? Thank you. Thanks for being Linksy.
Storm is being a grumpy kitty in the windowsill.
He's always being a grumpy kitty in the windowsill.
Grumpy, like me.
You do have as much hair sticking out as she does.
Yep, I am Harry.
60 seconds. There we go. Then the ad break has started. So that means with 1 minute we can fully start.
It's a crazy gaming week this week.
How so?
Well, Hightail is coming in early access. And the new Animal Crossing New Horizons Switch 2 edition is going to be coming out this week.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Oh, they only need to release another Doom game at the same time.
If only.
True. Okay, is the ad break on? Good. Hello, everyone. And
Let's do
welcome.
another one.
What?
Do another one.
How about you?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to DnD with your Dungeon Master Kotlol. We have intros that work sometimes. Tonight, we are joined by a lovely group of adventurers who are still in the Underdark. We are joined by Poppy.
Hi.
We're joined by Lucas.
I forgot what the sun looks like.
We're joined by Amberlyn.
Hello.
And we're joined by Algius.
The intros never work. That's our thing.
It will. It is our destiny.
Boo.
Anyway. Last time, which was last year. Wow, we haven't seen each other since last year.
Oh, we haven't played all year.
The group had to relocate the camp after some chicanery. And after that, Lucas decides to disguise himself and go back into the city. And quickly found out the city was pretty much in combat for a while with something unknown. And, well, yes, Osius, you're the cleric, the idiot. The Holy One. No, you're not, okay, fine, you're an idiot. Anyway, Lucas looked around the city, see the damages, and follow it. Eventually coming to Ellengar's house, and decided it's time to go. What are you doing? Okay, you're pushing it. I decided now it's time to do the roguing and break into Ellingar's house to see if everything is okay. To only be caught by someone, and that was the priestess with the name of Drada. Drada. Yay, having everything ready. So, Luke is like, well, I guess we gotta find Ellingar. He's out of the city. He's fine, and I have to get the priestess there. But where is Erica? And then the giant spider came down from the heavens and took a random drow, and yeah, that smelled like Erica all over again.
Mm-hmm.
So Erica decided to go to the mess, find Erica there disguised as a drow, and eventually they went on their way to find Ellingar. You sent the high priestess back to Ellingar's place. So like, look, let me find him for you. You just stay there, and if I can't find him, he might be home by that time. In the meantime, Emberley started using the Sapphire Staff, which went really, really well. You need to attune to it. Oh, crap, I forgot to give you the stats of that thing. Don't worry, I'll get that ready. You went around a little bit. You found him at the Quills and Needles restaurant. You told him about what was going on. He went back. And eventually you all returned into the campsite, discussed a little bit, and now you have to wait for Ellingar to get the hands on the ritual itself, because that's going to take some time, clearly. So at this point, you're just a campsite in the Underdark, away from the Drow City, having to wait for a signal. Barely been a day so far. So, anything you want to do? Maybe discuss plans, or you're just gonna wait, or think about your next destination, or how you're gonna take that, gonna use everything.
Didn't Erica propose to spend the day training?
Oh, right! Oh, yeah, she did. Yes, she did. She did propose. Sorry, I see here my notes. Propose a day training. So, yeah, it's not going to be in the Golden Realms, because again, that is that costs energy for her. So you're all gonna have to figure out what you want to train up. Does anyone have any ideas in between then?
Apparently not.
That is awkward. Okay. So, think about what your opponents are, what your enemy is going to be soon, and what you're going to have to be specializing yourself in.
Yeah.
You hear the squeak. That was the cat. Geez, Z, your microphone is very sensitive and insensitive sometimes.
Sorry.
So, why can't I hear myself? Get out of what do you? You're gonna have a bit of a training time. What do you want to train on?
Let's
say,
put
like, think
anything
about-
realistic. Mind Flayer stuff.
Yeah. Now, would all of you like to do a history check or religion check upon the Ifrit?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
History or
Religion.
religion? Woo! I heard the name.
10.
Never mind.
10.
You know what? Let me give religion a try.
What's a 10?
I
No.
don't really fancy that one. So,
Well, your bonus is bigger.
16
eeny, meeny,
times
miny.
the religion. 11.
my religion bonus bigger than yours, the clerics.
One moment, I can do still one thing.
Did we just start a new day, by the way, or we're still in the last one?
I think we're midday right now.
Yeah, we're midday. Oh, that's actually not
Okay.
that bad. Oh, thank God for that. Okay. So, Ozius, Emberlin, you try to think about the Illithid, and you've only seen one. Well, actually, you've seen two Illithid before. One Mind Flayer in the Lich Vault, and hey, what's up, kitty? What's that meow for? And the other one is well, the one that's nice. That's still further the other way in the Underdark. You just know the same things. They stun their things. I saw that. Thank God. Thank God. Really? You're using thank God? Okay, okay, okay.
God damn it.
Anyway. You just know that they eat brains. They. I can hear myself.
We can hear you too. Twice.
Squeak.
Thank you. That's a little bit better. God damn, that house is more echoing than you thought.
No, the
So-
microphone is just active 100% of the time.
Uh-huh. Also, hey, there's an Aeon face. He looks like a Lucas to me. Anyway, hi, kitty.
I used to look like a rag.
They eat brains. They employ mostly parts of the heads for minions. They're pretty gross, tentacly, and mostly they are focused on using psychic spells. Pop, you know a little bit more. You do know that Mind Flayers themselves are mostly operate in singular units and not as a complete unit. It's just the way they do things. Because they're always psychically linked. So if one falls, then they will send a signal to everyone else. And they tend to come at you at one by one. Unless the threat is really dire, then you have to deal with multiples, and you don't want to do that. So, yeah. Lucas, you've heard the stories of these squid faces. The terrors they do, the problems they solve, the fact that if they find your body good enough, they'll use that as a host for the next player, and you have some time. You get some power, but you have some time left until you're no longer you. And several other things. You do know that they prefer the deepest, darkest depths of the Underdark. They despise the world as it is right now and want to revert it back to the prime days of old, whatever that may mean. And yeah, they use psychic, and if they have an elder brain, they're gonna get very coordinated, which is really bad.
Yay.
You may discuss.
Is there any way to guard, like, to protect ourselves from their psychic powers? Can we train on that? I asked Erica, by the way.
You and I both know that they're masters of psychic powers. To even train your own mind to avoid such things is very difficult. But possible. But the better way to do it is simply finding artifacts or imbue items with a way of protecting against psychic. that is your best option, to find such artifacts or create such artifacts somehow.
Do you have maybe a book on that one that we can maybe check?
A book. Where do you think I would procure such a book of artifacts?
Your library?
So you imply of going inside my golden realm, which is, as you know, technically off limits.
I don't know. That's the only place I can think of.
There is one spell, though, that could help. Though, that is quite difficult to cast, but it might be a way to avoid most of the damages done by a flayer. Even so, it does come with its own downsides.
And that
spell?
is?
Mind blank.
Okay.
Essentially, this spell would make you essentially immune to anyone who wants to penetrate your mind. And there are not many powers that could go through this effect. The problem is, however, a mind blank might... how would I say this? Might bring out the downside of your own mind might be blank.
Like obvious.
To a
What?
degree.
Sorry.
The problem is, I don't believe any of us have the capability of casting that. Would anyone like to do an Arcana check on the mind blank if you want?
Sure.
Sure.
What could possibly go wrong? Hmm.
Wow.
I think I'm blanking on this blanking spell.
Yeah, all just you're
Okay.
like mind blank. Yes, mind blank.
Already blank.
I think you're doing it wrong.
Somehow he's inflicted it upon himself thinking about it.
Amberlyn and Lucas.
What?
Amberlyn and Lucas, you try to think of what mind blank is, and you do realize that is technically a level 8 spell slot. None of you have access to that right now.
Mhm.
Nope.
And even so, you can only cast it on one person if you only have one slot. So you would technically need, for the whole party, you would have to need at least 5 to maybe even 6 to protect Fluff from psychic damage. And if you want to do your familiars, that's 8 level 8 slots.
Jesus.
So, this is already going to be a difficult one. You also realize that Mind Blank mostly does not have any downsides to it. It just fully makes your mind blank to be evaded upon. But it could have indeed have the side effect that you are also less in touch with your own mind. Because, it increases that if you're not thinking about the things in your mind, then nobody can pick it up. So that is a side effect, a possible side effect. None of you have ever casted it. Poppy, with that critical, you do remember that Mind Blank is indeed a very powerful spell, but mostly doesn't get used because you rather learn a different spell or use a different spell with that much power. After all, when do you want to blank your mind from enemies, unless they want to read your mind for some reason, and that would be spy things. You do remember that this conversation came up sometimes between your parents, well, not your birth parents, your adoptive parents.
Yeah, my
Obviously.
bonus parents.
Yeah. And the fact that they believe that Mind Blank is not as useful over other spells. You have not seen the scroll yourself, but you do know that the fact that this spell is fairly easily castable. You only need a verbal in the somatic component, so if anyone can cast it at that point and can learn it, it should be a cakewalk to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have some leveling to do. No. Oh.
So, how are you going to discuss this? Because Mind Blank is literally the best defense against Mind Flayers, but the thing is, all of you need to be able to cast it at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you want double checking for something for you, because with critical, only bards and wizards can learn it.
And?
Okay, multiclassing.
Hello, I'm a wizard.
Or some wizards.
Yeah. That's all right here, only for bards and wizards. Erica doesn't read your mind, but read your expressions and goes, as you can see, it is not as simple. Even if we do have the means to cast it, that is a very powerful spell you're giving up for defense against a single type of opponent. Most would prefer to, looks at you, Emberlyn, throw a bigger fireball at the enemy than do that.
Well, I'm not a bard or a wizard, so that's fine. Yeah, a level 8 fireball would be cool.
So yeah, as you can see, it's not as simple answer as we just take the moment and learn this. Even in this limited time we have, we would have to gain sufficient experience within maybe months to get to that level. And sure, there are ways, but to do that has a huge cost to it.
So if we can't use that one, what else can we do then?
Unless one of you can find some sort of lesser god to fell.
Where are we gonna find one of those?
Indeed, even if you would know where to find one, you'd have to make sure that they're weakened enough. And also the right way to slay it. And then
Be right back.
Mayhaps you would all gain enough power to be able to fight such threats. Good luck trying to find a lesser god that is in a state of panic that is not a benevolent one. Because most of them, well, the benevolent ones tend to be the ones that fall the first, not the malevolent ones. So there's that. There is also some other methods.
What other methods?
Exchange of power. Or, in more easier terms, you devour the power of some of your party members and become more powerful yourself. Though that requires rituals and willingness, and yes, there are many any dark rituals on that. So I believe that's not an option you all prefer, but I will put it on the table just in case.
It does sound interesting. How big of a fireball could we create altogether?
I don't know, the implication of devouring your friend's power kind of implies they'll get weaker while you get stronger. I kind of want something that benefits everybody.
But
Maybe
then we can
obvious
train
to
again
try.
and get more powerful.
Indeed.
Ah. We could go power leveling because we have someone who's stronger.
The problem is they will eat your potential as well, so that power that is devoured is no longer attainable. In gameplay terms, they're basically stealing your levels, and you cannot get those levels back, so your maximum level will be decreased.
Oh.
There's
Well,
no...
I don't mind if I'm getting the level.
Yeah, I like my potential where it is, thank you. Mine.
I didn't even
This
know I
is-
had potential.
We can kill off your character
So-
afterwards. That's fine.
So let's just say this. Lucas, Ozzy decide to take Lucas 5 levels from Lucas. This means Lucas's max level will be level 15, but he will level 5 at that point. That's for example. That's not very nice to do, but you know, if you're in a pinch, the options on the table.
Oh.
He's just saying, like, hey, if you're desperate enough, I have to give you this option regardless. Just so you know, those are evil magics. And of
I could also just take 9 levels.
You can also just take off Ozzy's levels and then kill him, and then he can finally play his new character that he rolled.
That's what I said, yeah. Oh.
But Ozzy has to be willing to sacrifice himself for that.
Well, I did save him. I did save him, he didn't like that, so...
There was something about messaging a deity for help.
Well, there's also that. And there is... What else
Okay,
could there be?
well, let's pray for divine intervention.
Okay, you want to do that right now? It did cool down by
Why
then.
the fuck not?
Yeah, it did. That's a cooldown. That is a... What is it? Check that.
Does it not show?
So 19.
Shouldn't it roll the...
You rolled a D100. That it came out 19 out of 100.
It should be a... Ah, yes.
I need to grab the full thing.
No.
Cleric level... Oh yeah, it fails.
Yeah, I was doing the calculations, my dude, but yes, it fails.
Equal
You
level
try
to
to-
10, which is my cleric level.
Yeah. So you try to pray and to hope for your divine entity to go in, and you pray with all your heart, and then you whisper, and the only thing you hear in return are the echoes of your own prayer returning to you in your ears.
Every goddamn time. Ah!
Cleric on goddamn of all things.
Like,
Maybe I
we
should
need
call
your
Gareth.
help, you know?
I could call Garrick, that'd be fun.
Okay.
I believe somebody
That's
get got
sure.
trying to reach a god of destruction while in your current situation is dangerous, but if you wish to attempt fate, I am not one to stop you.
What's the worst that can happen?
In my condition...
Don't say that.
I'm all full now. I meditated the exhaustion off.
Okay. Please, Cloud try to play again later. Basically. Shit up. Okay.
I mean, can't we find any artifacts that could protect us against psychic powers?
Possibly.
Or we can go to the Feywilds where time is all wonky, so that doesn't matter.
Hmm.
You see Erica slowly turn the gaze. You mean another realm that is hard to reach, and if we get there, we could be whisked away in wondrous ways that we cannot imagine? Yeah, exactly! And I'll have powers again, I hope?
Huh.
Yeah. Well, if we're not in the same world as Elegar when he messages, we're not going to get it. So,
Someone should stay behind. Looks at Erica.
You see Eric go like, okay, let us assume we could go to such Feywilds. That will require a ritual to make a portal appear. Then we have to pierce through the veil, which we might need permission for, so that also means more power. And let us say we do make a portal. Do we know where we're going to end up in the Feywilds? For all we know, you could end up in the Dark Fey realms. And, well, if you believe our fairy friend could be chaotic, the Dark Fae are even more impulsive and tend to, I do not know, do terrible things to their guests. You have no frame of reference. As the best we can go is that if our fairy friend here casts the ritual, gets it successfully done, and gets us to her home location, which would be very, how would I say, beneficial for our total friend here. But at the same time, you'll be still in the Feywilds, where, as I say, time is wonky. And we don't know how wonky it could be.
We might miss the war.
Aw. I was looking forward to that.
Well, there is also... You see Erica looking at her, it's like, are you sure you want to suggest something else? Well, there is your golden place, and... Yeah. If you're suggesting that I should open another time for that, it would cost me a lot of power, let alone costs and... Oh, no. Here. She goes to Erica and pulls a little silvery thread out of thin air. Yeah, you see Erica looking at it. Did you leave a strand to find the way back? And he's like, yep. And I could, and maybe with the right little tuck, I can tuck it open and we can all go in. And this is like, and Erica goes, I should have known that the fairy would do a trick of some sort. And this might explain why you sometimes still able to cast magic despite everything holding against you. You have a very little sliver of magic back to the Feywilds. Oh yeah,
Smart.
and nothing can get through it except this little sliver that I can only pull on. I've been inspired by a fairy. I cannot believe this.
You're not too smart.
Well, I could be older than you. I will contemplate on this later. Considering the fact that you're looking at these two and these are like, yeah, the technically they could. You already know that Erica's old, but you don't know how old the Silver Bell is. She could be even older than Erica for all you know. Because she never stayed her age.
And it's rude to ask.
Exactly.
Oh, how old are you?
Oh, me? I am at least 100 years old in the Feywilds.
Oh, that's not too old.
And Eric
We
goes
don't know
like,
how much time that is here.
considering how time was warped there, that could mean she could be over 5,000 years old in our realm to even 100,000 years old.
Huh.
Huh. Yeah, they're like, huh. It's like, indeed. Huh.
What about you?
It's asking Erica.
Uh-huh.
I'm at least, considering my do not count my years sealed away in the obelisk as me aging, I would assume at least 4,258 years.
There we go. We got our answer.
If you want to keep track.
5,000 is more than 4,258.
So, we could technically use our fairy's little silver thread back to my realm. But we still need to commune. Shall I start the communing with the keepers of the veil to make them understand what we're up to?
Sure.
Okay. She holds up her hands and okay. She holds up her hand and looks at the stone, puts it against her forehead. Okay, it has been done. See that? Oh my lord!
Yeah, no one sees it. That's funny.
It is. It could be. It is useful if you would be in that kind of situation.
I know. Oh.
So, okay. We have been granted permission for another day. And considering the threat, I could lower the cost of entry. Now, as much as I would say I could take all the costs upon myself again and be out of commission for a week and not gain any insightful power, which, is beneficial, I will start lacking behind in a mortal sense. And let us say if I become lacking in a mortal sense and my mortal body would perish, I would be taking most of my usefulness away. And I don't believe that's beneficial to us all. So, I do wish to at least entertain the thought I can trade my mortal state up. So, what do you wish to do? Are we going? How would you want to infer your costs on this? The fairy goes, well, I do not recommend you put any costs on it because you're already on very low, and I repeat, very low chances of success. If you put a cost in, you might have nothing to gain or bring. He's like, I understand. I will probably pull the string then. Now, a cost to get inside my golden realms. Last time I have given up all my potential as a mortal. This is why I could not gain any power and why I was powerless in my own home realm. Now, we cannot give that up. We could give up something else.
Like what?
That is it. What do we give up? We could give up
to heal in the realm.
That is an example. You will not be able to heal. Considering it's a realm where you cannot die,
It's a fair trade.
It's a
Let's
fair
do it.
trade. It would be seen as still a powerful trade. You cannot increase your own healing potential anymore. So that is also locked away. But at the same time, you'll be able to focus on other things.
Yep.
And
let's
I
do
would
it.
say that would be a perfect Jin deal. So your cost would be your ability to heal will be null and void. Any wounds that will be procured will not be able to be reduced by the cleric here. A large cost for a
At that
cleric to
time.
give up their healing, to be unable to help those in need. Yet a very simple technicality that the realm doesn't have any death. He gave a smirk towards you, Ozzy. That was very smart of you. But that is just his entry. Everyone needs to pay an entry of some sort, including
Oh.
myself. And I've already decided my cost. Now, 3 remain. What about me? Don't I have to pay anything? You are the string holder. Your cost would literally be that the string on this side will be removed. It's like, so I can put in a new string. It's like, yes, you could technically do that again.
Good thinking.
So, my infernal companion, what would your cost be? Eric is looking at you, Emberlyn. You do understand that Erica knows a lot of your secrets by default, so...
You could give up control of your body back to Alana for 24 hours.
That would be a week inside my domain. You would be unable to take control, you would just be a backseater, but that would still mean that the body would gain experience and potential, which, when you come back, is yours.
Yeah. I do not like that idea, but I do like the idea of a stronger body.
Then again, there are other costs you can give up.
Let me
After
think
all,
about it for a moment, then ask someone else first, please.
fine then, think of a cost yourself. Turns to Poppy. Little one, what is your cost? Do you have any inclination of what your cost could be?
I got no idea. Can I pick?
Essentially, yes. There's a cost for the entry of the realm. It can be many things. It can be an ability. It can be your namesake. Though I do not recommend that because you will be given a new one. Lucas, you get a feeling like yeah, that could.
Who would be stupid enough to do that?
You could give up part of your future. You could give up memories. You could give up your ability to speak. You could simply be unable to do a thing that you're gifted in. For example, Ozzy is giving up his ability to heal. Though you will regain this when you return to the material plane.
I hope
Okay,
so.
so it's just basically I'm just loaning it out. I'm not actually giving it up. I'm just loaning it. Right?
Indeed. After all, my realm may have a cost because of circumstances, but that cost cannot be taken away from the material plane. It is simply cast aside in my realm.
Oh, okay. I think speaking is going to be good enough for me. I mean, that's her temple. I mean, I can just use my head to talk, so I'm fine.
True. But then you might have to find another way to cast spells, because without being vocal about it, certain spells do not have their effects. Every spell with vocal... Okay, so you're basically going to choose to be silence in the realm.
Yeah.
Which means everything with vocal components have to either be replaced by some sort of focus, or you not be able to cast it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So your prize would be your voice. The sounds that you make, the things you require to cast specific magics. Fine then. Looks at
Mermaid.
Lucas. And what about you?
Well, this is going to really pull at my heartstrings. But as it's only for a short temporary period, I will give up access to my beloved familiar, who I have been trying to resummon without success for the last few days.
Oh, I thought it was going to be your stealth or your ability to steal. No, you're still going to screw us over.
I resent that remark. Name one thing of yours that I have stolen. My point exactly. Moving on.
So you wish to give up your connection to your familiar in this realm?
For the duration that I am stuck here, yes.
That is fine. Now, looking back at Evelyn, have you decided?
Had time to think about it. Fine. I wouldn't mind. Well, I would mind, but I would give up control of this mortal body that I've gotten attached to.
Do know that the cost is also in reverse for the original host. This means that they cannot discard you willy-nilly as well, as they say. Because all effects that take place in my realm might be returned to you in the material plane, but specific alterations are not possible within my realm, such as possibly curing Emberlyn back to Alona. That is not possible within my realm. That will be a huge cost. Just to make it understand to everyone here.
I mean, she could try that, so it helps hearing that she can't.
Indeed. I'm simply saying this to make it for everyone clear. Do not attempt this. You will bring a greater cost upon the realm.
Cat!
And also,
I'm not actually.
Emberlyn, passive insight. You know Erica would love to get rid of you, but even she knows that will be of too great cost in her own realm. Even though she's the owner of the realm, there are costs and things that she needs to consider. And yeah, breaking a contract like yours is not easy, even in her own realm. There's going to be a great cost to it, and she doesn't want anyone to attempt that because that could backfire heavily on everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So you know you're safe. You just don't have control, but you're safe.
Cat, just go lay down. Jesus.
All right then. Now, as for my cost, I have one simple, large cost of my own. And I would like to tell you this. If we take this route, there is going to be a cost to me that would affect all of you. I cannot say it, however. That is part of the cost. I do
Is it a bad
recommend...
thing?
It's simply put, if I tell you then the cost is null and void.
Oh, okay.
But I can simply not do something, and I cannot say what it is. Perhaps it's so simple I cannot tell a lie. Perhaps I can no longer speak the truth. Or it's something else, and I cannot tell you because telling you would take away the cost and also the magic of it.
Telling the
Like-
truth would be.
I would just speak in riddles. I have done so before.
That's true.
Remember, you cannot speak, with me not speaking the truth, you cannot speak the truth directly, but you could infer the truth in riddles and lies. Where do you think all these riddle speakers come from? They're mostly cursed to never speak the truth, and thus they riddle the truth. Either way, she takes the string from the fairy. Alright then. Everyone, grab the string, please.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You all grab the string. You've spoken your cost. He swirls her fingers 5 times, 6 times. Then points to all of you. All your costs have been recorded. And now, snaps her fingers. And then the string begins to glow. We shall enter. And you all feel pulled in. And as in a flash of light, you all... Hello, where did I put that? Ah, here it is. How do I move from there to there? Okay, that's annoying. One moment. Here. You finally are by... Yeah, I just used the old map. What a surprise, right? You all find yourself back in the golden realm of Erica's abode. Where's that fucking music? Why is there no search bar for the music? I have to scroll through all of it. Oh, wait, there is a way to search. You call it Control F. Control F doesn't work. Help! Oh god, I broke it. Oh no! Oh, there it is. That doesn't work. Nah. Give me a moment to try to find it. And yes, Alona, you're going to be your Alona token just for reasons. You're technically Emblem's body, but, you know, I can also make the Emblem token appear if you want.
No, that's fine.
Ah, there it is. Found it. There we go. Back into the Golden Realm. And everyone's cost has been deducted. As Ozzius, the moment you touch the ground, you feel your ability to heal fade away. Like you've lost something. Lucas, you feel like you've lost a friend and be unable to reach them. Poppy, when you even try to make a peep, no sound comes out of it. And Emberlyn, you lose control, and Alona's dormant soul awakens once again. So, as a Ifriti, just for the sake of things, I'm just gonna grab the token. You know, just for sake, there. And the fairy just is floating and fluttering. It's like, I feel my connection returning. And you see Erica looking at her. Do not do anything foolish. There are still major costs to this. The string may be gone, but this power that you now have is only temporarily here. Make the most of it. He's like, okay, I'll make the most of it. I'm gonna go over here if you don't mind. He's like, all right then. We have a week in here, same as before. I recommend you start thinking about what you wish to practice in your limited capacity. I shall move to my main quarters and look for something. Is yet inside. Okay, you're now inside the trading realm. What do you do? Oh, we got the trading realm for now. It's your hyperbolic time terror, basically.
Gonna look at my party members angrily and stay still.
Hi! You look hot.
I feel hot, a little too hot.
Yeah, you're definitely feeling like you're not in your own body. This feels very odd for you, Alona, but that's the cost that you paid for. And now you can feel it as yourself. You do feel more powerful than you usually are. But at the same time, you're also not yourself. You don't feel fully yourself yet.
No, I did kind of expect my party members to have me back by now, but you didn't even try, so, well, screw you.
What?
So she's angry that you didn't try to get her back right away.
You made this deal. I don't know how to get you back.
You could have tried.
We have things that we need to do right now.
You can also just point out the fact that if you tried, it might have got the Ifriti to leave the party completely.
I'm sure you made a good deal with an end time and everything like that.
Right. Well, I do like my new staff.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that staff doesn't recognize you as its owner anymore because it's a different soul.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, yes. I am
I
sorry,
did like
but
my new staff.
yeah, you try to pick up your staff like, "Badunk! Why is it heavy again?" And then you figure it's like, right, it recognized the Ifriti soul as the owner, not mine. You may have the body, but you don't have the soul. It's like,
Yeah, that's frustrating.
of course, the Ifriti soul's laughing at this. It's like, you can't.
I hear her.
Yeah. Like,
Poppy goes over and lightly pats Eric on the arm.
Ember,
Or
Elona.
Elona. Sorry. Jesus.
They're all E starters.
Yeah, that's
That's the weird part. They're all E's and they're all technically magic from the realm of genies. Well, realm of fire, realm of winds, technically, but you know they're both the wish granter types.
Oh, hi,
E3.
Poppy. Just so you know, I don't blame you. Just those two over there.
Lucas, why do you feel offended by that?
And what exactly do you expect me to do against an all-powerful Afriti? A
Mhm.
reality bender?
Which you made a deal with, not us.
Right, so Poppy, you're the only one I'm gonna talk to in this realm.
Poppy just taps her throat a little bit and then communicates to Lona. Yeah, but I can't really talk with my voice anymore. Sorry. Oh, this is okay.
Hey,
Oh,
Case,
I,
get message. This message.
I message back so they can hear us. Yeah, that's fun. We can do this, and then we can just kick them out of our conversation. That's perfect.
Yay!
all of you passive perception, you see the distance a giant flower growing, and then exploding in a puff of colorful smoke.
What?
Yes, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that was a fairy using some sort of magic.
It starts.
So yeah, you have 7 days within the golden realm of the genie. You're basically inside the lamp again. What do you do? What do you have to do? You have to figure it out. What you're gonna have to train, what you're gonna have to do, what you're gonna focus on. Just so you know, you can drop your HP to 0 as much as you like. But you cannot die. Do note, if you do, however, keep your HP at 0, there are going to be consequences to that regardless.
I think we had that last time already.
Yeah. So, if you
forget
hit
who
0,
it
you won't go deaf, but if you stay at 0 and you still take damage, you're going to get exhaustion. Period.
Yeah, I forget who it was, but I think someone did that.
Yeah. Someone went below 0, and therefore they started getting exhaustion. And if you get maximum exhaustion, you won't die, but you can't do anything. And the moment you're out of the realm, you're dead. Don't do that. There are still consequences.
We can get the cleric to hit. Oh.
Yeah, so
No, you might be able to get healing potions from the kitchen. I don't know.
yeah, you might be able to use some of the magic to get some recovery items. Or you just have to take a long rest at that point. So there are ways to recover, but do not be at 6 exhaustion at the last day. You will be dead the moment you're kicked out. Period. No rules.
The fountain
Dead.
can give out any fluids, right? The fountain. So could it give out healing potion fluid?
Yes, it could do that.
That would work.
You can only get 1 item per day, but 1 item per day is still 1 healing potion, so that's still nice.
Something.
So yeah, now you're gonna figure things out. So you can infer to your fairy companion for things. You can infer to Erica for things, or you can try your hand at anything you would like to try. Oh god, we're now in a place we can train for a week and we still don't know what to do! We have more resources and we still don't know what to do!
I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going straight for the library.
Are you going straight to the library?
Yeah.
Okay, Lucas. Lucas heads towards the library in the lower levels. Poppy gives chase.
There goes my person I always speak to. Wait, the fairy's
Well, you
also
can-
here.
You can also talk to Erica and the fairy. I mean, Erica probably didn't try for knowing that how hard it is to try that, and let alone if Erica and Emberlyn would fight, that's probably not beneficial for either of them.
I mean, I know Erica prefers me over Emberlyn, so I'm good with her.
Yeah. You would know that, and you would know that Erica could have attempted it, but knowing that attempting it would be a great cause, and that would be something she doesn't prefer doing, so she'd rather wait for another way. Also, passive knowledge, you would know if Erica would try to do something with a wish, with a cost to it. There's also a chance that Emberlyn might separate from you in her own body and take away all your power. So you'll be a level 1 sorcerer, baby, and they would be Emberlyn, and that would also not be good for you, because they would drain all your potential.
We would still protect you.
Yeah, they would still protect you, but you would basically be useless at that point. So you probably think Erica didn't do anything because she has no way of making a good thing for herself. Or for you, so.
Guess Ozzy is just going to go training.
So I need to know, Ozzy, what are you gonna train? What do you feel like training?
If possible, fighting with my quarterstaff.
Yeah, you can do that. You can meditate. You can try and channel your divine powers because being a cleric is not only healing. Or you could pick up something else to improve your compatibilities.
Hey, Erica, do you want to spar?
Erica's inside. She doesn't hear you from there. So you have to. So do you go inside after Erica then?
Yep.
Okay, then I'll know what you're
To be
gonna
fair,
do.
they're still next to me in the token thingy. Oh no, that's Emberlyn.
It's Emberlyn. You're asking Alona at that point, and Alona's kind of
Alona,
pissed.
yep. All the fucking E's, why?
Yeah.
Alona, do you want to spar?
Pretending not to notice him. But I'm still mad.
Do you two want to spar? Are you gonna allow this for your first training?
Or do you want some
Yeah.
cookies first?
I could use some fire. That might be a nice way to get over this.
You could basically blow up Ozzy without any with him turning to 0, and he'll just be like,
Huh?
He deserves that. And I have been in his body with great firepower and not be able to use it myself, so you know what? I might spar actually.
Oh no.
okay, you two are gonna
It
do.
sounds like internal monologue and you just saying yes.
Okay, D to accept.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we'll just do that real quick. Move your tokens aside so you know where you guys are standing for the sparring. Okay. Roll me initiative. And you're thinking, yeah, but Ozzy's gonna be slower. It's like, yes, he could be faster too. This is why we roll.
Oh, sorry, accidentally did twice.
I'll take the lowest roll. So yes, somehow Ozzy is faster. Oh, actually, it's only +2. Oh, that's not that bad. So yes, Ozzy can go first. Ozzy in this sparring match, you go first. It's clear that Alona's not used to her body yet. Huh?
Would just be hitting with the quarterstaff.
So you
Not really
dash.
for damage, but
Just going in for an attack.
yeah.
Okay, roll. Well, that is funny. Alona, you see your total friend coming up at you. We're ready to smack you with the quarterstaff. And in an instant reaction, you notice that his staff is not coming at right angles. You grab it with your hand and push it down to the ground easily, shoving it down. Yeah, your quarterstaff is down on the ground, so you have to at least take a bonus action to pull it out next turn. Next turn, you will lose your bonus action. You still have a bonus action right now, but you cannot pull it out. End turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Wall of Fire, like in a circle close around me.
Can you do that with Wall of Fire? You can only do it in a straight line, right?
No, in a circle as well.
Okay.
A ringed wall up to... Yeah.
This.
Yeah, exactly. And, well, inside and outside, that makes sense, right?
Yeah. So you put a ring of fire. Could you put the spell up so we can all see the damage? Let's look it up.
No, but that's...
So that works too.
How can I add the spell?
No, it's fine. I already looked it up. Yeah, it's to make a dex saving throw.
Yeah. Then
Yeah, I'll just dex saving throw. That's a fail. Yeah, you take 30 fire damage. So, Emily, you still have a bonus action?
I am going to use a quickened spell and 2 sorcery points to cast an action as a bonus action.
Uh-huh.
And I am going to cast Disintegrate.
Oh my god, he is going all out. What do you have to... I mean, grab disintegrate, but you have to roll for that.
A dex saving throw.
Yeah. Ozzy, could you roll me a dex saving throw?
16?
Also, that is going to be a 1. Thank you.
Oh, she's using that ability.
I am.
She's forced... Yeah, she's forcing you to be fail.
I can't hear you.
Z, you're very loud. She forced you to fail. She has the ability to force a number on the roll, so yeah, she forced you to fail.
I failed, even. Yeah.
That
That doesn't work like that. It's a 1.
Yeah, so roll damage. That's 67 force damage. Are you at 0?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. She did not stop you, and luckily Disintegrate's full effect doesn't go into effect, so you're not deleted from the game, but you are extremely injured. Just notice how much how much power Alona is. Yeah, it's... And I guess it ends your turn, because technically he divided it over until he retreats or yields.
Yeah, and it's my turn.
Okay, Ozias, do you get the hell out of there? Yields? It's like, okay, I get it. Sorry. Or are you gonna be starboard trying to hit her anyway?
Die, but do I still have to do my death saving throws first?
No. It's just if you take more than 5 points of damage every time, you'll get a point of exhaustion.
Well, I have to back off because, you know, there's a fucking wall of fire.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, you back up for the fire, like, charred up and very much in pain, and thought that Alona could have killed you, but know that they can't kill you in here, so they probably did that to show how much power they now harbor. They're like, how?
Oh? And now let's go get some cookies. Look, there's a really nice kitchen. I'm not too sure how much you actually recall from when Amberlyn was possessing your body. Well, you're in there, but I don't know how this works. Let's go get some cookies and milk.
Well, I do recall everything. I was just in the back seat. And I do like this alliance with how much power it's given me, so... Not bad.
Yeah. Maybe you can possess them.
I'll fight over it, no worry.
So, chocolate chip cookies or different kinds of cookies?
Fine, we'll get some cookies.
I'll say that you wave away the firewall and just join him. I will get some cookies. Okay, so I'll put you in the kitchen. Hi, Erica. Bye, Erica. Party that goes down into the library. You head down the steps, down the familiar hallway with, to your left and to your right, 2 doorways, and of course the library in the back. Do you open the doors together?
Yep.
Celsius. Okay. You both head in and open the doors to the ever-changing library that is Erica's knowledge. In front of you is a book, as always, the pedestal, and it's open. And well, you know how it works, so you just have to write what you want to know, and ask the library what kind of knowledge they have to give to you.
I will look at Poppy and gesture towards the book in a sort of after you motion.
Okay. I walk up to the book and after a moment of thought, I write down a spell to protect the mind from invasion that is not mind blank.
That is not mind blank.
Yeah. Be very specific, otherwise it's going to point me to mind blank.
Yeah, of course it's going to point you to mind blank.
Yes.
Does she know that? Does she know those spells though? Well, there are other spells. You get several results. And let's see. Wow, there's a... Yeah, you get several results.
Mm-hmm.
There's a, and the most one that speaks the most to you is the spell that the book that is called Spells of the Mind.
May as well go over there and check that one out.
Which is several, of course, you know how this library was. It will say this area, like row 500 something, and then you can go, but you do know if she does walking, it will point you towards it.
Cat. So just head over to the shelf where the book is at.
Yeah. Okay, Lucas, what are you doing?
It's probably a similar vein to Poppy. I'm going to ask it for protective measures against ifalids that are not mind blank.
You get several results, but one is pointing to the same location where Poppy's going to. The other, and there are several other ones. Do you have anything specific? Do you want to? Which one does? You want to roll a perception or an investigation to see which one speaks to you the most?
I mean, I was going to tell Poppy to start from the top of her list and work from the bottom, but yeah, let's. Perception, did you say?
Perception or investigation?
Well, I heard that. Damn!
The one that speaks to you the most is literally the dissection and understanding of a mind flayer. That's very specific.
Well, we do want to take a bunch of them apart. Sure, let's go with that one.
Yeah. So, you both head towards your specific way. Poppy, when you get there, you find the book in no time. There are several books with different spells here. This might be a period of time where Erica was learning a lot of different spells. Or at least trying to understand them. Just because you know a spell doesn't mean you can cast it, by the way.
Yeah.
So you pull out the book of mind spells. When you open it, there are different types of spells. But the first one are obviously spells like Charm, Mind Sliver, Silvery Barbs, Dissonance Whispers. That's another one that sounds funny. Mocking. So yeah, there's a lot of spells here. Most of these spells are all to affect the mind in some sort of way.
Yeah, this isn't protecting.
Yeah, at least you're going through it. And then you look for other spells. Then you find one. A lost forbidden spell.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been looking for some things. This is apparently a decent spell. You find a spell, Mind Shield. Essentially, it's not a full-on spell to protect the mind, but it's a spell that if you have a small piece of metal, you can use it as a material component to undo the effects of charmed or frightened.
Sorry. Well, it's a good place to start.
But the more you read, it says it can protect you again. It can also be used in advance to protect you from charmed and frightening, and they will also not be able to read. Their mind will also not be able to read or be forced to tell the truth. It's also only level 2, so so you could learn this. But would it be fully useful against psychic attacks? Not really, but it's a start.
It's one place to start, and hell, maybe I could figure something out from there.
Yeah. So you want to decide to take some time to study the book in both offenses and some small defenses to understand the complicated things of the mind?
Yep.
We'll get back to that because there's going to be some fun things in there that I want to explain. Lucas, you walk down the path. You look around for the book. There are several books about biological beings being dissected, beings being looked at, being examined. And you must be thinking, how the fuck did Erica learn all this stuff? And he's like, oh wait, Archmage Society. She probably studied a bit with them. And of course those fuckers would dissect a mind flare for the funsies because they're probably more powerful enough to just capture a mind flare and dissect them for funsies. Or research. And the more you think about it, the more scary the Archmages in fact were. The fact that they would just take a mind flare and cut it apart for studying like nothing. So you find the book. It is quite a thick book. And do you want to go through it?
Sure.
Okay. You open the first page. I would need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
God damn it.
Again?
There's a reason for it. Okay. You open up to the first page. You read through it. And you're like, you read for a bit. It's like it has all kinds of words in it. Sure. You open it to the next page, and then you see it. They're not sketches. They're not drawings. They're vivid memories of an open up mind flare, and the sight of it alone would normally make your body retch, but for some reason your mind feels invaded, and something is trying to penetrate it. Yeah, it turns out looking directly in the innards of a living mind flare might have effects, even if you see it as a memory. But luckily you shake it off. Oh! Next page. That is why. Yeah! Dissected alive!
The image of a mind flare is itself a mind flare. Wait a minute. Okay. And I keep reading.
Yeah. You read the notes that it's indeed the study of mind flayers and their biological components. You read the first part. Mind flayers are mostly humanoid in design. While the transformation might rearrange some organs and such, most of the organs are still in the same places that they would be in a normal humanoid being. The cranium gets completely overtaken by the tadpole. The tadpole will expand the mind and will change the cranium, would sprout its tendrils through the nose and the mouth to push out to make the tendrils from the mouth, and eventually fuse completely to the skull and the brain, erasing any neurons from that of a human, and essentially erasing the person and their soul completely. On a magical sense, yes, only in a magical sense, they would not devour the soul completely. They would use it as a fuel, and what remains would simply be ejected out of the person, essentially causing a death state. But the soul that will be left behind is not fully gone, also not fully whole, and therefore cannot also not pass on to the next world, and would simply eventually, over time, fully untangle and disappear. Yes, that pretty much means that if a mind flare takes over your body, you're denied reincarnation.
As if I didn't hate influence before.
You read about the power increases that having a tadpole you technically will already give you slight abilities of a mind flare, as the host would have to slowly adapt to increasing powers as it slowly is getting built up to become more powerful to eventually become the mind flare. So it's only natural that those who have such a thing will rise into power, and some might even make a deal with a mind flare to slowly become a mind flare, so while they have some time as the host, they could take revenge and that kind of thing. It's all been speculated by the Archmage, like, you could do this. Archmage, you also see in the book pages, some reports about that no Archmage would willingly let a tadpole into their own brain, and will not even make an augmented tadpole to alterate the brain, because such things would complicate future experiments. So they're like, yes, we like it. So you can pretty much tell that the Archmages did not make their own type of mind flares at one point or another, or at least not attempted yet. They were looking for other things.
I thought you were going to say that work was beneath them.
No, they were focusing on other things.
So it was beneath them.
It was beneath them at the moment.
Oh, good. So we don't have to worry about a Baldur's Gate 3 crossover anytime soon. Moving on.
Yeah.
Not yet, anyway.
Yep.
Further studies of this dissection show that the mind flayer, when disconnected from their hive minds, would normally result in death, but when halted, individual traits of the mind flayer would start popping up. And this might be remnants of either the host that they have, or some sort of... They're not sure if it's the host or if it's an individual value of the mind flayer itself that gets suppressed in the hive mind. Or that they suppress it themselves within the hive mind. They cannot discern that. Okay, so now I know enough about that. So yeah, mind flayers have a mind of their own, even in the hive mind, but they want to suppress it for reasons. Surprising. More studies. It's shown that they have studied the auras about mind flayers and how the hive minds work. You get a moment where Erica is disgusted at looking at this cut open mind flayer, and that was actually not a good day for her, because technically her memory still. So you get that as well. Eventually you get to the psychic fields that they project and how their magics work. The first thing you learn is the fact that, yes, mind flayers on their own have an increased psychic ability and psychic power. They can do a lot of things. They can control people and everything. But their greater power always comes from their connection with a hive mind. That their whole psychic power is, in fact, shared amongst each other. This is why if a mind flayer is cut off from their hive mind, their power will significantly decrease. And you must be thinking, that's why they did the spore thing, because it would decrease the powers within the hive mind, therefore decreasing the numbers. That's why they did what they did. Clever, clever. As for ways to stop it, well, Mind Blank is of course an easy option, but you also see things like even the Archmages were like, Mind Blank is a standard to use against Mind Flayers. All the researchers have casted it when they tried to capture this creature. We have been trying to make new spells that will cost less, so that simpler, lower Archmages could simply not expend their most powerful spells to cast their magics if they ever have to go down into the Underdark and deal with such creatures. They've been looking at the effects of Mind Blank and how to keep the effects equally as high or decreased, but also have more lingering effects on the side, because as you said, they also studied the side effects of Mind Blank. They have, and then you get a few spells. You get, instead of Mind Blank, it's Cut Off Mind Flow, is it's called. Cut Off Mind Flow. Essentially, it's a spell that can be both used offensively and defensively, which would cut off the mind flow of the caster or its target, essentially lowering their intelligence to 1. Remember that. You'll be stupid, but also all psychic damage and all attempts to read the mind will be negated. Essentially, you're so stupid that psychic doesn't affect you anymore. Nobody can read you, but you're also stupefied. So useful in an offensive state, so that you only have 1 intelligence. But you're also more pro, but you also put yourself pro for an intellect devourer to take your body. So that's not the best idea.
No.
So it's high risk, high reward. You're immune to mind flayers, but now the minions are the problem.
Yeah, there's not much point as a wizard being immune to a mind flare if that reduces me to my own option being trying to poke its eye out with my wand. No.
Yeah. So that was a way of doing it. There also is there's also a mind shield is also there, as mentioned before. And they've also looked for other ways. There's also one that is called Squinting the Mind's Eye. This is an interesting one. Squinting the Mind's Eye will not lower your intellect and wisdom or in that kind of way. It would simply dull your senses to a degree, and you would take half damage from psychic. All you're doing is dulling your mind's eye to a degree that you're less inclined to be aware of your surroundings in the magical sense. So your Arcana checks go down, your intelligence save does stay the same, and your wisdom save stays the same. But your Arcana checks go down, your investigation go down, your perception actually also goes down, as you're less able to discern the elements around you. But at the same time, you only take half psychic damage.
Okay.
Of course, in combat, it does mean that you're less likely to pick up anyone sneaking up on you. But at the same time, you will not. Mind Flayer will do half damage to you. It does not give you protection against charmed fight and that kind of stuff. So that's still up in the air. Okay. And then there's another spell, which is called Abhorrent Mind. And this one's actually interesting. This actually is a level 5 spell that would flood your mind with abhorrent thoughts to clog your mind to be immune to charm, have psychic damage, but the downside is how would I say this? You've mined so much for so many thoughts that your movement, that you have no more reactions. Yes, you give your reactions up, and your movement speed is decreased by 5. So you lose your reactions because you're so full of thoughts. Let's just say this: you're thinking so much that you can no longer be in the now.
Yeah.
Therefore, your reactions are gone. But that's also one, and that's called Abhorrent Mind. So those are already spells that you can think of. And otherwise, they're still studying other ways to use lesser spell slots, maybe with other side effects. But eventually, the book ends. And apparently, Erica did not obtain any more knowledge about that. So yeah, you have those 3 spells as well as your ability. So yeah, Stem Mind's Flow, Squint Mind's Eye, and Abhorrent Mind.
Okay.
So yeah, and if you want to know the level 5, so Abhorrent Mind's level 5, Stem Mind's Flow is level 4, and Squint Mind's Eye is also level 4.
None of which I can cast. Okay.
But it's better than a level 8 spell at this point.
Yeah. Guess I'll produce a parchment and a pens and a quill rather and start taking notes.
Yeah.
Share it with the others.
And if you want to follow the stats, yes, the Stem Mind's Flow can be used offensively, but again, there's a saving throw there, and if it fails, you waste your spell slot. So yeah, unless they're willing.
Yeah.
Okay. Poppy! Back to you. So you're reading about the spells of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
So you look through the things, and despite basically having a full-on knowledge set about all the magics in... How?
Oh.
How?
What?
Amberlyn did
That's how to
something,
try
and I'm like,
one.
how? If anything, if this was a different scenario, that would have been useful.
I want to have a higher one. I tried again. Wow.
Well, it will show up on stream, don't worry, but god damn it. So you're going for the... Okay, back to Poppy. You're going for the book of mind spells. You see Mind Sliver, everything, silvery barbs, blah, blah, blah. And you see Mind Blank, you see Mind Shield. And you want to know more. You want to learn more about the protection spells and how to protect your mind. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You come to the next spell, and this one's actually much larger. Mindscape.
Okay.
It's a level 6 spell.
Oh dear.
Okay. It is a very specific spell, but you need to hear what it says. Mindscape is a spell that can be used on yourself or any willing creature to open a gateway into that person's mind. This gateway will stay open for an hour, and within that amount of time, you will enter the mindscape of someone. Time flows differently in this realm, and essentially, you will enter the mind of someone that will be projected through the mind of the target. So, for example, you literally enter someone's mind physically. So you can enter either your mind, and they will see everything for your mind, the memories, everything, how your mind works. In here, the reason that this spell is developed is to assure that if any type of creature would invade the realm of the mind via either magic, infection, or such, can be treated within a mindscape.
Okay.
This is why it's called the mindscape. It's a way to treat things. There's also practical uses of it because by altering things in mindscapes, you can also alter either the personality of the target. Like you can literally, if you know how to do it, you can shift someone's morals 180 if you want to, if you know how, because you're messing with the mind. You can also change the way of thinking. You can alter anything in the mindscape with drastic results. Physically, you will not be changed, but in the mind, you could be changed. You could literally lose your faith, but gain knowledge and power in something else due to the alteration in the mindscape. It is a heavy spell. It does take at least 10 minutes to cast. The gateway says for an hour. If the people are still physically in the mindscape when this portal closes, the person with it, anyone who was still in there will be subsumed to the mindscape, and what may have their mind, and whatever the result is, may find that their being is either cast into the subconscious of the person and essentially be unable to do anything forever. Essentially, you get what Alona has, but worse. You'll be stuck in a memory of the person, permanently living that memory while you're still conscious. You'd be a intrusive thought of the person, so your being is still there, but you can only come in intrusive thoughts. Or your whole being will mind meld with the person, making both the person inside and the person whose mindscape is merge into one new mindscape. Essentially,
dear.
Those are really big risks. That's why I wanted to have some extra time for this, because the mindscape spell is very interesting. So yeah, this is the reason it's been developed was to make sure that, parasitic things or things that invade your nightmares and everything can be found out via the mindscape, because you can also analyze dreams that way when the person's awake. The mindscape does not link to the dreamscape. Just so you know, you can only see dreams, dreams within the subconscious part of the mindscape, but you cannot, and I repeat, not enter the dreamscape. The dreamscape is something completely different.
Okay.
But it could be useful, let's say, something is invading you and causing you nightmares and that kind of things. You can then see in the mindscape, hey, you see these dreams, hey, these are getting affected, now we know what to treat. So it was basically more meant for treatment of the mind than actually doing things to the mind, because the person needs to be willing. Unless they're unconscious, then you can do it regardless, because unconscious means they're always willing.
Hi.
But because of time flowing differently, only the caster knows how much time they have within the mindscape to get out. Only the caster knows.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say, how do you even know when to get out? And
only the caster. So let's say you cast Mindscape on yourself and you let everyone else in. You can still, within the Mindscape, tell them you have this much time.
Okay.
But because time flows differently in the realm of thoughts, it would have to be it would basically become auto-translated from hey, in this place you still have 2 hours technically to get out, because time flows differently in this part of the brain, but in the subconscious flows differently. Every part of the mindscape time flows differently. Some flow faster, so you have less time. Some flow longer, therefore you have more time. So that's also to be aware of. And it's also different per person. Because of course it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you think of the barbarian doesn't have long and deep thoughts. No, he's fast thinking. So if you go into his big thought, time goes faster there. But if you go into, let's say, moments of reaction, like his more reactionary part of the side, their time flows slower, so because he can react faster. That kind of stuff. So that your class basically determines which area of the mindscape affects what flows faster, what flows slower.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Sorry.
Yeah. The Mindscape spell is quite bizarre. But it could give you ideas of how things do, because you can literally project your whole mind with the Mindscape spell and have it be altered in a physical sense. Which could give you ideas. After that, you go to the next page, you see more spells, but they're all just your typical. You attack the mind, you do this, you do this much damage, and now and it could inflict, and you have to roll charisma to not fall frightened or be charmed. Like all this combination of mind spells you've already seen. So it's just like thinking, is there a mind blank spell combination that could make mind blank easier to cast? Then you need to roll investigation for that one.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be really hard for you to understand what you're going through. The reason Lucas got those things is because of his good rolls.
No, hold on, because the cat was
Yeah, I can understand.
messing everything up.
Now you know how cat on desk every day feels.
This was not cat on desk, this was cat on keyboard.
Same difference.
That's worse.
Anyway, I start like at least writing down the mindscape for and the defensive spell. I forget what it's called.
Mind shield.
Yeah, the mind shield. Okay, so I start writing it down in my notebook and I'm working on that. Also, the cat is now again back in the windowsill. You just stay there, kitty. Jeez.
I'm to wait for your investigation roll.
I did roll that one. Why is it not going through? Let's try it again.
Did you guys see it?
There we go.
No? Oh, there, 15. You look through your spell for the list of spells. Most of them really don't make sense. You try to look for something like Mind Blank. You find you find one spell, which is Squid's Mind's Eye, which I already discussed with Lucas. So that one is in there. And you try to look further, and eventually you do find. Hi, awkward. You look at this spell, you're like, what about this? Null thoughts.
Okay.
Level 5 spell, null thoughts.
Okay.
Casting this spell. This is a self-cast only. Casting this will make you unable to project any kinds of thoughts out into the open. Unlike Mind Blank, null thoughts does not grant you protection against psychic damage. Your mind is still open to that. But it does protect you from being able to be your mind having read, your mind being altered in any kind of way, so charmed, frightened, everything. Those are out of the question. And essentially what it will do is it will make your thoughts stop verbatim. Unlike Stand the Mind's Flow, this makes you stop having thoughts to project out.
Okay then.
You can still think, but you will no longer project it outwards.
Okay. Start making notes of that one too.
It only lasts for 10 minutes, though. It isn't
10
action, but
minutes.
yeah, it only lasts for 10 minutes.
Jesus.
It is
That's
definitely
60 rounds.
Yeah, that is still in battle. That's really good. That is good enough. But for going through a dungeon where anyone can read your mind, not so much.
Yeah.
It is definitely meant for more combat situations. It's basically Mind Blank, because Mind Blank lasts for 24 hours. This is literally a weaker spell with some Mind Blank effects on it, but the duration has been massively decreased, and you're not protected against psychic damage at all.
Okay then.
So there's no real
better than
downside.
nothing.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Again, you can't cast it, but it's better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, in the chat, Awkward's asking you something about your tech. Could you give it an answer? About your camera. He's asking, hey, you got a camera who follows you or tracks your face. Do you want to explain it real quick out to them?
Oh, that's an OBS plugin.
Basically, he's running OBS, and the camera is just is just zoomed in, and it's just tracking him. It's OBS.
Yep. Can't remember what plugin.
You figured you can check it later. But I figured he wanted to know. So, saving the notes. So with that's now done. So within the fairies within Erica's realm, you now learn these things. And therefore your first part of the session of the day has been done. I need to roll one thing. Oh well.
Do we get another visitor?
No. I'm just rolling for something else.
That's even more concerning.
All right, so library gang, do you head out after your allotted first time of the day?
I may as well get something to munch on, I guess.
No, Silver, your kobold will not be the visitor. They already had kobold visitors before. So you'll all reconvene. Where would you two be after eating cookies?
Library.
Are you gonna?
Different to
So you guys are gonna head to the library after eating cookies?
No.
Okay.
Why? Why do you want to go there?
Yeah, you know, I was thinking. Dips his
Hold on, the
cookie
cat
in the
is
milk.
meowing. One sec.
Eats it.
Yeah.
You know, I was wondering if it was possible to blow this realm. Would be funny to know. Also, you know, what deal did you make to get your body possessed? Dips it again.
I mean, you
Good
can.
question. Was worth it. But I just got back. I just want to have some fun and not the damaged kind of type that Emmeline usually has.
Okay.
Maybe I'm gonna check with the fairy if she knows anything fun to do around here.
Well, the library might know how to get you back to normal. I don't know.
Yeah. I can't find that here. It would shake up the normal realm, I guess. But we can have some fun with the fairy. How about that?
True.
Yeah.
The fairy can't die either, so you know that's fine.
Yeah, she can't die. She is still human-sized fairy at this point, but you know, she can at least fly and do some magic again, even though she's technically human-sized. Like, magic is weird.
I just got back and I just want to have some fun. So I'm gonna see the fairy.
So you guys gonna head to fairy or something. So basically, after some cookies and food, you see the other two. You see Erica blowing on the water pipe. Just like you saw last time, but this time she's using magic. However, this time you see when the smoke puffs out, she twirls her finger and you see the smoke twirl around, and slowly start drawing into the air. and she makes basically a smoke tiger. See, that's really loud.
Sorry, I'm trying to get this cat food down from the attic.
Oh. If I need
Wait,
help, to say so.
Erica, now that I see you, I know you want to get rid of Emerlyn as much as I do. So if you have any time left in the upcoming 7 days, maybe you could find out if you could have some influence on, not break the deal, that would be devastating, but maybe
Alter it?
something.
Altering such a deal is really difficult. There are powerful magics at play. They know it. They know I can just alter it that easily without a great cost. Or even having your own cost be influenced on that. After all, the only thing they really want is to have a body as powerful as you. If you could maybe procure such a similar body like yours that they could inhabit, then the deal can be altered.
Hmm. Huh.
I already heard about that. That's not new information. Fine, let's just have fun.
I recommend you do.
Would it be possible to make the silver replication permanent?
I am that kind of magic is not my expertise. They are from the Feywilds. And I know some of the way Feywild magics, but not all. So your spell is technically unknown to me. What the hell is he on about? You guys look like who knows, but. So yeah, basically you're being told to ask the fairy. They probably know better than you, than me.
That's why I was like, fairy!
Okay. The other two, you also see Erica drawing the smoke tiger in the air. You see those two asking Erica things. Same answers. So what do you do ask Erica? Because she's just sitting there doing smoke for some reason. Poppy? Lucas?
Yep.
Isn't that what she usually does?
Yeah, but this time she's actually using magic to draw something with the smoke. You also could ask, like, what is she do? Why is she smoking still? Because technically she looks like she's wasting time.
Poppy goes over and I tap her on the shoulder, basically, then ask her through mental, what are you doing?
Meditating. And she takes a drag. You all hear her saying meditating. I guess you two are on the way out in the moment. I'll just put you over here. Why do you ask?
Can I try?
She looks at you concerned. You might be a bit young for this, but she looks at both of you. You do understand that what this is here is not simple smoke. It is connected to my realm, and in a way, it's helping me reconnect to my most primal magics. But if you wish to try, well, it could have dire consequences. You could die, but since death is not of effect here, well, worst that could happen is that you might feel tired.
I hold up my hand for the thing, so the...
She hands you the pipe. Brave
So
as always.
So I just breathe it in, or what?
Yep, you just put it to your mouth and take a deep breath of the vapor.
Okay.
I put it to my mouth, and then after a moment, I take a huge whiff of the vapor.
Poppy, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god.
Oh.
I'm going to regret this, probably.
Oh yeah, this is
That's
Yep.
what Ozzy's action.
this is more than Ozzy's actually. Yeah. Okay, that's a fail.
I figured.
As you take in, you feel the sensation of several gusts of wind going through your body. Connections between realms, everything. Overwhelming. Make me a con saving throw.
A what?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Again, this results in what happened. Okay, at least that won't happen. You blow the amount of smoke. You become dizzy on the spot. You feel your stomach about to churn. You feel like you gotta hurl. No, you're fine. You're fine. Oh, you're a bit out of it. You take 1 point of exhaustion for that. You were not prepared to have the magical sensation of the realms flow through your body all at once.
And what did we learn?
Try again
Oh, no,
tomorrow.
Yeah. Very good tomorrow.
In a powerless state, it was also hard for me to keep it in.
Magical drugs are bad, okay?
But now, I'm fine. Be next! You can do it later after you have the fairy. Lucas, anything you're gonna ask Erica or such? You're just gonna facepalm?
I am not partaking in the magical weed. I like my fucking mind in working order, thank you.
Magical weed.
Obvious, you should. Yes, I want to see this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Ozzy might have heard what happened when they were leaving.
I hope so.
So yeah, you do have an inkling, but you're like, fairy first. So, Lucas, anything you want to do? So you're just going to head into the kitchen, get a snack, and after that you're going to decide what you're going to do?
Sure.
Magic.
Okay, you go into the kitchen. Okay, I'll let you two think what you're going to do next. You two going to go to the ferry? Who's still
I
there?
heard something about magic weed.
Oh, do you want to go back to get the magic weed?
Yep, that first, and then we go to the.
It's like, so you basically go alone with that?
I agree with that.
That magic stuff sounds really good. Might try it first before we go to the ferry?
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
So you come back to Erica. How do you do this, Ozzius? How are you going to ask?
Can I go first next?
You of all people wish to partake in this?
I heard it gives a good high.
Holds up the pipe to you. As I said, the worst that could happen is death.
Our clericus
Inhales
is
as
silent.
much as he can.
Oh God, are you taking an extra deep take?
Oh yes.
Oh my lord. Ozzius, roll me a wisdom
Yes.
saving throw. If you
Oh, I
roll
was
it,
expecting disadvantage. Okay, that's good.
I'm not going to disadvantage
17.
it. 17 is good. What's not good enough?
Good.
You partake into the magic weed, as you would call it. It's not magic weed, whatever. You take extra, you put in a lot of wind. You feel the air rushing through you. and elements all across the known things, all flowing through at the same time. Your mind overwhelmed. Not a good high. Not a good high. Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
There we go.
There's a disadvantage because you have to get it out of your system.
4.
4.
What did I win?
You're trying to get it all out of you. And your body decides, yes, I'm going to take it all out. You vomit on the spot. And not only that, I hate to say this, but you saw yourself as well. You failed an nature check as well. You might want to clean your clothes.
Or your shell.
For everything.
And Erica looking at you. You shouldn't have overdone it.
I'll be fine. So that's exhaustion?
Yeah, also 1 point of exhaustion.
Well, let's go to the ferry.
Well, I thought I wanted to see this. but
You're gonna go to the
not
ferry
this
while
one.
with sticky clothing?
You're going
yeah.
to clean yourself. No, I'm not
This is
going
what
to.
my great arcane talents have been reduced to. Prestidigitation, prestidigitation.
At break.
I'm going to start cleaning up the vomit.
Oh no, you see Erica just taking rid of the smell and everything. Yeah, prestidigitation, but Alana's like, you're gonna just clean your clothes first.
Yes.
What do you do, Ozzius?
I'm going to the ferry.
He's going to the ferry regardless. Okay.
You want me to disintegrate you again?
That would just give him 6 exhaustion on the spot.
Exactly. Please clean yourself first before we go to the ferry. I'll even wait for you.
He's ignoring it.
Fine. I'll fucking shower, whatever.
You had to the washroom. Yeah, the washroom's on this side, remember? There you go.
Grumble.
Erica's just sighing. Curious one. Okay. I'm gonna give you at least that you're gonna at least take you 15 minutes to clear yourself in clothing. So if you
I'm
want to
gonna eat more
the father
cookies
put
in that time.
huh?
I'm gonna eat more cookies in that time.
Okay, you're gonna go join in the rest of the food, so
Please
you're all
tell me
eating.
you have more than one. Please tell me you have more than one bathroom in this place.
Well, they're the guest rooms, they also have bathrooms, but the fancy ones are over there.
Oh, thank God.
So, we'll just wait a bit. Poppy and Lucas, have you got any idea what you're going to do for your next training section?
Nom 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 nom. Yeah, eating cookies.
You're just taking it easy. Got it. Just take your rest then.
Yeah.
Take your
I
rest.
mean, I'm still kind of getting over the dizziness, so.
Yeah.
But
Hang on. You partook of magic drugs and now you have the munchies, is what you're saying.
This is the weed episode, people.
Both sets of your parents would be very disappointed.
Gets whisked away to a genie's realm, still partakes in magical drugs. I think the only one who will be proud of you is the fairy. Oh yeah, strange substance. You definitely need to try those. So, okay, you decide. 50 minutes pass. Emberlin Ozzy picks you up and goes. You go to the ferry with him.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you see the fairy sitting on a golden mushroom, and you see all kinds of little illusions of flying around. You see a bunny rabbit hopping up and down. You see musical notes coming around, a few stars. It's all pretty whimsical, and she's just sitting there, having fun.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you.
Have you tried the magical weed yet?
Hi. Oh, hi, you two. You got your soul back. Well, your soul's up front, and what?
It made me shit myself.
Wow. That must be really strong substances.
Huh?
Yeah, I never smoked it. She didn't let me. Said something about that could have catastrophic effects on you.
Hmm. But you can't die here.
Well, I did ask why. She basically said with one sentence, wild magic. That's what she said.
Ah, fair.
So, what are you two doing? I made this whole lovely place a little bit of Feywild like home.
Which is exactly the type of fun we're looking for. I use minor illusion. Can I create a moving thing with it? Yes, right?
A moving what?
A moving image. As well,
A moving
right?
image. And what's the image?
A fire cat
A fire cat. She looks at it.
walking around. Her illusion. Or
Oh, a nice little illusion. But she grabs the illusion, and actually grabs it and pulls it towards her. Blows on, and then drops to the ground. And then the fire cat bounces up and rolls off the mushroom. And they seem to be physical now.
oh, that's even better. You know who you should meet? And I take Fluff out of my backpack.
Oh, a fairy dragon! How cute! Actually, I've never been bigger than one before. Strange being so big. The Fluff looks back. He's like, "That's a big fairy." Okay, and then it's like, I did see him a few times, but this is the first time that you've shown him to me directly, so yes, he's cute. As fairy magic can do some fun little things, can still grow bigger and stronger. So what about it?
Well, Fluff knows some nice spells as well.
Of course it does. It's a fairy dragon. It can do a lot of fun little illusionary things to even the most powerful types of spell like a polymorph. Not true polymorph. That's only a reserve for the ancient fairy dragons. This one, no, it's not ancient yet.
Have you ever wanted to polymorph into something?
Oh. I can polymorph right now if I wanted to. I have all my magical connections back. At least for now. And a little bit extra. Isn't that nice?
That is nice.
It's like I can do poof. The top taps her nose and she poofs, and then suddenly she's just sitting there as a snake. And then poof, changes it, and then she changes into a hedgehog. Poof, and then she's back to normal. As I said, extras.
We both polymorph into fairy dragons and then play with Fluff.
Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. Is that really why you came here, to just all become fairy dragons and you all just pretend have fun? Looks at
Think lots of
Ozzy,
fun. Yeah.
but also looks at Ozzy.
Sounds like fun.
So you want me to change you into polymorph fairy dragons and have fun?
Not why we came
Can
here,
also
but
help.
yeah, why not?
Can
Oh,
also
really?
help polymorph me.
Okay. How about I turn you first, and then you clearly wanted to ask something else. I can tell. I can tell. I can tell. I can tell.
Wait, who?
She, you can tell it's Ozzy wanted something else because reasons. She says he can tell. If you want, you can inside that sentence.
I can.
Or you can. You can inside what she means with I can tell. If you want to inside that sentence, what she means with that. Ozzy, she can do it too.
Oh.
Oh, that's still
on.
that's a good disadvantage regardless.
Yeah, it should take the first one anyway.
Yeah. You both can tell by the way she said that she can tell that there's some sort of magic that she can detect your service spots regardless of anything right now. So it's going to be hard hiding secrets from her.
You can tell, you can tell, you can tell.
So. Okay. 3, 2, 1. She casts polymorph for you, Emily. Do you allow this?
Alona.
Alona. And Lona, yeah, Alona. Do you allow the polymorph to happen?
I do.
Okay. You poof into a fairy dragon.
Woo.
And you feel the lightness between your wings and your small stature. You're just the size as Fluff, only you're more red.
I can play with Fluff like this. Yay.
Okay. And Fluff... So yeah, you ask Fluff to go and play. You go play and be fairy dragons and have fun with that. And those two will now have fun. Alright, what did you want to ask me? After all, if you came here for asking, it means Blue Lady doesn't know.
So, if we wanted to offer, a similar body to Emberlyn to, break the contract and, change the deal, would I be able to do that with silver replication to make a permanent silver replication body clone?
You wish to make a clone of someone, a silvery clone, correct?
No, I do not wish that, because wish is a really specific spell that I do not have.
Okay. You want to create that with something like silver replication. No, silver replication literally is meant to make sure that you have a second caster for the temporary moment of it. But there is a silver cloning spell, and it is used to make yourself a body double. Think like a phylactery and a clone body in one, but silvery.
So it's possible.
It is very possible, but I don't think you can do that right now in your current state of power. I could, but I don't have enough materials to do that. Even this realm is gold.
Guess we need to figure out what you need for that then.
And it needs to be done here. And then we need to know if we can take it with us. And of course, how long do you need to be able to do a soul transfer? And there's so much things to go around it. It is possible. It has been done before. I know of it. I know of it pretty well. I've seen those who wish to serve for a longer time for the Unknecht themselves And there have been those who have been put themselves in silvery golems to do so. And those golems, well, they became the silver clone after some tempering of the spells.
Any other alternatives to do this that you know of?
Well, there are always the more fun ways of doing it. You can, I don't know, take a similar body from an earlier state of time and drag it out there. It might mess with time a bit, but what can I say? At least it's the same thing, just younger.
That creates a paradox.
What's a
Doesn't
paradox or
sound safe.
two? You know, timelines can change depending on the casters. I've not seen it before, but it seemed like a fun idea.
Do we need to make this silver clone happen?
Yeah, good job, Ozzy. You didn't have to pick up for the fact that any other idea might be even more crazy.
Oh yes, it's a fucking fairy. What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean? That's just meant for time for fun to see what happens.
Yeah, let's create a fucking time paradox. Oh, the younger buddy dies. What happens to the older one? Ah!
Well, let's just say this. You don't need the weight of the human body in silver. You need way more than that, because it's every little caveat has to fit in silver. So you have to make... Oh, it is... How would I say this? Think of yourself, but everything is silver. How much would you weigh? That is how much you would need. That is only for the body cost. And you need to make the ritual spell. And you need to have enough blood of the person. You need to be able to infuse the soul into that. It is a hassle to do, but it's possible. It will probably take at least a day to do everything correctly.
How do we get the silver?
Well, there is the wishing thing, but I don't think it can produce that much silver at once. I would love to try that, but when I stick my hand in, nothing happens. I already tried to pull something from it.
I do have my silver shell.
But does that
I
weigh?
can do something with that.
But would that weigh a total of your companion? And if it does, well, don't you think you will be without a shell at that point?
Yeah, I'd have to wear clothes, but you know, it's for the greater good.
Honestly, you don't even have to roll for this, but you can already imagine that your shell alone is not enough. Everybody is bigger than you.
Ozzius doesn't know.
Okay. Fine that you don't know, but yeah.
He's got an intelligence of 10. I don't think he's really figuring this out.
So that is one way. There's also other ways to clone. You can also find someone who can just cast clone and make a clone of them. But that also casts components we don't have. And if you ask me if I can cast it, no. You did learn that. Did not learn that. I just know of it.
Use silver replication on them. Use that replication to...
Oh,
That would be their body weight in silver.
Oh, you're thinking about making a clone of yourself and using that as the body cost. No, that doesn't work. That is temporary silver. You just make the temporary clone. The clone will just vanish before the spell's done.
Well, guess I'll have to ask other people. After I have also been a small dragon.
Okay. Snaps her fingers. And poof, you're also now a fairy dragon because you allow it. You're more green.
Well, the nice thing is I can communicate now again with them.
Okay. So now you've and it's like, sometimes the silliness is the best thing in life. She just watches you. She doesn't join in the fun. She just watches.
All right.
I guess I'll try to convey the message while playing.
Okay, the other two, what are you two doing? Because now they're going to be playing as fairy dragons. Which I'm going to guess they're going to do for the rest of the day.
How long does polymorph last?
8 hours? I think.
8 hours.
1 hour. 1 hour only for fluff.
Oh.
Yeah, but this is the fairy. The fairy might have also made if you use true polymorph as well. You don't know. You just allowed it.
Oh no.
Remember, you don't know what...
Polymorph, I mean, not fluff.
Other said is, if you think it's true polymorph lasts for as long as the caster likes, and after 24 hours it could be permanent if the caster would like to keep it permanent.
Sounds like a fairy to me.
Sounds like a...
But then you don't have the Emberlin problem anymore.
You don't know that. There's still 2 souls in there.
Yeah.
But it won't be the Emberlin form anymore.
Maybe Evelyn will want to. They will want to switch bodies, right?
And you could try blackmailing the Afrisi when we get out of it. Like, unless you want to stay a pseudo dragon forever, give it honor back.
Who knows? Maybe the Afriti's fine with being a fairy dragon for the time being because they know that the moment they're out, you're gonna change the body back, so they're probably gonna stay put just to be spiteful.
If it lasts longer than 24 hours, they might not be able to.
I don't think I understand. After 24 hours, it's permanent. It can be permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Then Amberlin won't have a choice, and she won't be able to get back.
Yeah, but I think you must be stuck in a stalemate.
Well, I'm just picturing like a pseudo dragon with like fiery hair.
Fairy dragon, not pseudo dragon.
Ooh.
So
I will
anyway,
just play.
but you don't know if they did normal polymorph or true polymorph. You do know. You don't know.
Probably should have asked.
Yes.
Bit late now.
I trust the fairy with my life, apparently.
Apparently.
Okay, so the other two, what are you two doing? What are you going to do now after? You're just gonna spend time relaxing and eating.
Yeah, while I'm eating, I'm just reading from my notes and just trying to see how to make it work.
You're not gonna inform Lucas of what you found?
Well, I'm sitting next to him, so he can just read along when I'm reading.
Lucas, do you?
Yeah, I'm keeping my eye on the girl with the munchies. Probably sharing what I found in the library as well.
Yeah. Okay, so you learn about STEM. So you all learn about the spells, which is STEM, Mind, Flow, Squint's Mind, Eye, Abhor Mind, Mindscape, and Null Thoughts.
None of which I can use.
Nope. They're all level 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So you're looking at this and you're looking back. Got any ideas?
I start theorizing about how to make the spell work with less power to have a similar effect, even though it's not as powerful.
Which one?
The Mindscape. Start with that
You-
one. Start with
you-
the most difficult one.
You want to make a different version of Mindscape? Okay.
I'm not sure that going into each other's heads is going to help much with the influence, but I am intrigued.
Okay. So you want to learn Mindscape. You want to learn something less than the Mindscape. Roll me an Arcana check to theorize on it. Lucas, you can help her if you want.
Oh!
Okay, do I pick up what you're putting down? Yeah.
Okay. You try to think of how the Mindscape works and how it's basically able to do things. To shrink it down would definitely be possible. You'd have to make a smaller Mindscape that's only focused on one area. Like maybe a subconscious gate or a morale skill. Like any part of the mind that you wish to infer upon for a smaller Mindscape would be a possibility. It will not. It will also be less effective, and you might be able to figure out if it's going to be an actual plane that you're going to create or an object that you can pull out of the mind.
Hmm.
The plus side, you will not be having to able to enter someone's mindscape with this, but this is the theory, but you do know that the downside would be you would be in a clash of minds with the person, regardless of things. So what you're gonna bring out might clash with your mind, and that might rub off on each other.
Makes sense.
So let's say you want to access someone's morale via this spell. You will bring out their morale and their morals, and if you try to perceive it, that's going to take a bit. But you have to align yourself safely with it, because if you don't align safely with it, you might have your own morals altered because of it. And of course, if you try to alter those morals, it will try to push back, which might alter your morals even more.
Duh.
Because you're trying to make powerful effects at a smaller cost, which means the pushback comes harder.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is possible, yes. By how much level do you want to decrease Mindscape?
Because right now it's a level 6?
Level 6, yes. Storm.
For me to use that, I'd have to drop it to a level 3.
So you have to have it somehow, which is that's going to be really hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's try getting at half strength first, and if that doesn't work, let's make the strength a little more, little higher. Let's see where we can get it first.
So which level are you going to aim for?
I'm gonna start with level. Actually, let's put it 2 levels down first. Let's make it a level 4. If that doesn't work, level 5. But if it works 4, then try 3.
Okay, so you want to get to 4. Okay.
See if that works. If that doesn't work, move it to 5. And then if level 4 works, then see if from there we can make it to level 3.
Fair enough.
You try to think of some ways. There are 2 ways to at least get to level 4 and to decrease the effect, to just an object, to just a mind object. And one is to increase the cast time of it. So instead of casting it for a minute, you would have to cast it for 5 minutes. That's a way to get to level.
10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes. Instead of 10 minutes, it will take 20 minutes to get the object to come out. To an hour. Sorry, my bad. 20 minutes to an hour. You've already decreased the effect, so that's already easier to cast. Or you have to put in you have to put in some sort of material component in. Something that will align with the mind. You don't know what material component. You're not sure about that yet. And there's also a third way, and that is to have some sort of object used as an anchor to the mind, which will become the object in question to pull out. Which is again a material component, basically, but it's a pre-made material component.
Okay then.
Like when we're talking about either a material component as an actual material, like let's say 100 gold, which you just expand, or an object that is kind of like the mind, kind of like you need this to cast it regardless, but it won't consume it. Think of it like you have to have, let's say you want to have a messenger bird appear. You need to have a statue of a bird to be the messenger bird. It won't consume the thing because the statue becomes a bird, and then when it comes back, it becomes a statue again. That kind of stuff. Those are your ways.
Definitely.
But you don't know what kind of object or what kind of cost the material could be.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do some experimentation on that one.
Yes, because you're trying to create a spell out of nothing. You're trying to make your own spell of something that already exists, which is already harder to do than you think it is, because if anyone could just make a spell nilly-willy at that point, there would be way more spells. There's a reason why these spells probably are not attempted, or, not well known.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, but we have time.
Yeah.
We have some time to kill.
Yeah. So you wish to make a smaller mindscape of some sort to level 4 by either getting material components and a specific material component, or increasing the cast time of it.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. Which method do you want to attempt?
I think the material version, the material is probably the easiest to go for.
Okay. So I need you to both roll me a history check or an arcana check to see what kind of material component you have to come up with for the mind spells.
I'm gonna use arcana because I've got more efficiency on that one. Oh, yes!
Both are pretty good rolls. For a material component for the mind, you need to find a way to relax the mind. So, to make a connection to the mind, you might need to have some sort of incense, to be exact. A very strong incense burning for the concentration to keep the mind aligned with it. As for a material cost, you'd have to probably have some sort of herbs, a bag of herbs that would have a calming effect on the mind. It will consume the bag of herbs at that point. Just so you know.
I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah.
Magically.
I imagine I'm probably just writing this down on a piece of parchment as we thought was their
No.
theory crafting here or not.
Though with the theory crafting, with the bag of herbs, you're going to be more on the druidic side of magic, you believe, because of because it sounds more druidic in nature. As for the incense, that might be a bit more clerical, but it can also be more on the wizard side of things. but you're not 100% sure. You can still adapt the spell differently. But as the way it stands, this is going to... Material component being used sounds like it's going to be more into the druidic side of things, which both of you are not a druid, so you could probably not complete this spell in the way you're thinking right now, so you might have to change that. Or you take the incense route, and then you need to finagle it so one of you can at least cast it.
Okay, incense, herbs, burn in a brazier. This sounds awfully like my familiar spell.
I communicate with Lucas through telepathy.
Well, that might make it easier to work, I guess.
Probably going to have to adapt it quite heavily, but yeah, that's
But we can do it.
basis. Yeah.
Do you have an incense that is calming for the mind?
Not on me, but
You might
Sure,
have
we could ask
incense. You might
Erica.
have incense, but it might not be the incense you need.
could ask
if one of you
Erica
would-
for
Yeah, if one of you were a druid, you would find the answer with no problem because you would know that as a druid. But none of you are a druid, so that answer, sorry. You want to ask Erica?
Sure, maybe she knows something,
Yeah.
and if not, we can just check the library.
Yay, research! Alrighty then. You both decide to ask Erica about this. Are you gonna inform her about all the details that you want to make this, that you found this spell, that you want to make a smaller version of this, and you want to explain it to her?
I can just show her my notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she takes the book and looks it through. Interesting. The Mindscape spell. I'm making it smaller for some sort of effect. Any reason why you're focusing on this spell in particular?
Well, it could be useful at some point.
I see. In case one of you gets inflicted with something that might alter their way of thinking. Is that what you're implying here?
Basically, like if an iflit like gets into their mind and we can't tell, then we can just double check every so often and jump in and just say like, "Oh, hey, you're infected with iflits."
Clever.
I
Clever.
mean, we didn't get very far on the prevention front, but at least we have essentially a cure.
A cure or a way to check if someone is not telling the truth by checking their mindscape, or at least at a smaller level. I see. And you found out that you might need some sort of incense of the mind.
Yeah.
He hands the book back. Interesting. The incense of the mind is meant to put everyone on the same, I want to say, wavelength of the mind. So that they're all in a specific state of mind to align, to pull out the piece of the mindscape that you wish to infer upon. Difficult. There are many types of incense that would help you put in the mind. You can put in something flowery and relaxing to put you all in a more drowsy state. You can have one that helps you with sleeping. You can have one that makes you more active. There's one that... Oh no. Wait. In theory, yes. I believe the component is not what I think it is. Let me double check this myself. Start thinking for a moment. Yeah, of course she clears that. Just double checking if she clears that check. Of course she does. Of course she does. I'm not even surprised. Of course. It isn't the fact that the incense, it has to be an incense of the mind of any particular thing. It has to be the incense of the mind that you wish to engage upon. Let me explain in simpler terms. If you wish to know how someone would react in a specific situation in the mindscape, you would give them an incense that would enhance their reactive state, correct?
Yeah?
Yeah.
And that is what the material needs to be. It can be any type of incense that enhances that part of the mind while smelling it. That is what you need to make the material component. So it wouldn't just be one instance of the mind, it will be all instances of the mind to access a particular part of it. So if you would, let's say, want to have a bit more of a dreamlike state, you would take a more sleeping incense to activate the part of the mind that will access dreams, so you could gaze into their dreams. If you wish to have them recall something in the mindscape, then you would have, and you want to access the memories, then you will burn an incense that will enhance the memory of things.
Okay.
Okay, so the material component would have an effect on the spell.
Exactly. This is what I would call the best case scenario. And it would enhance the spells in such a way that you will get the results you wish to get. Because anything generic would mean you would have to put more focus on the spell itself. You would have to either increase the power or take it longer cast times to do so. But if you make the material component more isolated to what you wish to do, you would be able to take less time to do so.
Okay.
Remember, most magic is about how much cost and how much output something gives. And this can be done by either increasing the time of something you wish to cast to make sure that you're fully focused on your magics and outcome, by increasing the spell power of it by expending more power, or by increasing the material component or the vocal component, or even your somatic components by doing more movements. However, most of those can cost more time, whereas material components, they can decrease time. Simply put, if you want to have a spell that does something that has to work within 10 minutes, you either cast it for 10 minutes or you throw enough money at it that you would essentially hire someone that would do it for you within 10 minutes. This is why certain spells have money tied to it. Essentially, you are throwing away money to pay someone that doesn't exist to do that work for you in that time. Does that make sense?
Kinda.
I just keep writing down notes as Erica keeps talking.
And that is also why Wish, one of the most powerful spells of all, has cost to them. It is literally one of the strongest embodiments of power within magics. It is very raw, and therefore, whatever you wish for may have consequences or not. You can wish for anything. You can literally wish to say, I want to have the sun fall upon the planet and doom this world forever. You can do that. But the cost or the effects will differ depending on the caster and the person. The sun might not even move at that point for 1 inch, or the inverse would happen. Only the person who cast it will be flung into the sun. It depends. This is why Wish is such a powerful but dangerous spell that nobody normally would cast alone. The more power you put behind it, the more cost there is put into it, the better results. And trust me when I say, wishing the sun to come down from the heavens to destroy everything, that kind of wish would not even take one wish. It would not even take 1,000 wishes. It would not even take 1,000,000 wishes. Because moving the heavenly bodies themselves is something even the gods don't just nilly-willy do. Remember
Makes
that.
sense. Okay.
Now, is there anything else you wish to know? Huh, wish.
I don't suppose you have any incense here, do you?
I have several incenses here. This is my place, after all. But for the specific ones, I believe you should probably study which ones would work best. I do not know all effects from the top of my mind, after all.
Okay.
I look to Lucas.
Guess we're going back to the library, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Erica.
She scoots back off to the library.
So you gotta go back to the library. And I think with that, we're gonna call it.
Okay.
Okay, we're still on the first day, so you still have 6 days. I recommend to put down a list of ideas you want to follow, just in case, and what you want to do.
Yeah.
Ideas? Who do you think I am?
I know
You
what you
said a
could do.
bad word for obvious.
Osseous, I know what you could do. You could ask the fairy to true polymorph you into a dragonborn that's actually a dragon. And then you can change your class as well. And become a new character, but still be Osseous.
Yeah, I don't want to be Dragonborn.
Nobody does lately. Racists.
I have played a Dragonborn in the past, but nope. I have a nicer idea.
That's a joke, but no, you can just think about what you want to do with your characters and what you want to level up and more improve upon in your character. Yes, you can still get levels in here. That's still gonna happen. If you want
That's what I was trying to do with sparring.
Yeah, but you got your ass beat.
Disintegrated.
Yeah, but it's only one time, you know.
Hey, at least you experienced disintegration and lived to tell the tale.
Yeah, not
And
a
you
lot of
can't
people
heal,
tell
by
that.
the way. You can't heal any.
His HP is still technically 0 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
No, it has to be one, else I'm not conscious.
Oh yeah, 1. Yeah, you're technically 1 at this point.
I know my D&D.
Yeah, you're technically 1. You're technically at 1 HP at this point. And every time you take damage above 5, you will get a point of exhaustion. So any kind of shove or punch that does only 1 damage, that will just be like, ow! But you shrug it off.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
Until
Will
you
that
hit
not
6
heal from a long
exhaustion, then
rest?
you're basically like this, doink. I can't move!
Oh, and then I get transported back and I'm dead.
Yeah.
And you cannot heal, right? So do you heal from a long rest or not?
Yes, he can't use magical healing, but he still heal if he takes a long rest because his body will still recover naturally that way.
Yeah, and
Well,
I can also
naturally.
just use a potion.
And you can also just get a potion if he can't heal at all.
Or we could get one from the fountain.
Wait, I don't remember what I specifically said. If I said heal others or heal...
Yeah, I said no healing powers.
Ah, okay.
So you can't heal yourself or others. But you still
Yep.
heal. That was counted as recovery.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You stated healing. So, and as a cleric, not being able to heal is kind of indicative of the cleric for most of the time.
But in this realm, it means fuck all.
Which is why Erica found it a good idea, because that's a loophole, and GDs love their loopholes.
You know.
Oh, of course they do.
Anyway, If you try, please like, subscribe, or whatever your charge is. It is goodbye from Poppy.
Bye-bye.
It is goodbye from Lucas.
Bye.
It is goodbye from Alona, formerly known as Emberlyn.
Bye-bye.
And it's goodbye from Ozzius.
I'm exhausted.
And it's goodbye from your Dungeon Master Kotlol. I will see you all next time. When that is, we're going to discuss that. You'll see. Could be 2 weeks, could be 3 weeks. Anyway, stay
be a month.
charged. And catch you all later. Bye.